This is the Stock Day Podcast, sponsored by InvestorsHangout.com. Subscribe to us on iTunes and YouTube to stay up to date on penny stock news and interviews. Public information on OTC, pink sheets, and microcap stocks from around the world. Here's your host, Everett Jolly.
Before we get started with the show today, I'd like to thank one of our new sponsors, the OTCexchange.com. It's the first aggregated news service site. It provides you with all the info you need to make informed decisions on penny stocks. That's the OTCexchange.com. On today's show, I'm bringing back a returning guest. He was on my show back in March of this year. We're talking about Right On Brands, Inc. You can find them on the OTCQB under the ticker symbol RTON. And with us today is the CFO of the company, going to bring us up to speed, Mr. David Youssefia. David, welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me back.
You know, you guys are basically a base consumer goods company. You specialize in brand development. One is the Indio brands. The other one is Humbly Hemp. That one, you guys concentrate on bars and drinks. The other one is kind of the hemp oils and things that go inside there. That being said, bring us up to speed and give my new listeners a little bit of a backstory of what you guys do.
So we have two lines of business. One is Humbly Hemp that does hemp-based drink and a hemp-based energy bar. We also have another line called Endo Brands. Endo deals with the endocannabinoids that are found in the hemp plant. So we started out with CBD. Now we've started this year selling Delta 8, and it's taken off like crazy. People just love our Delta 8 gummies, our Delta 8 vapes, our Delta 8 flour. We've been doing amazing with that. And in conjunction with that, we've opened up a new store in Rolette, which is just northeast of Dallas, Texas. Store's been open for about 45 days. It has been going gangbusters. We're seeing sales go up every day. We're seeing new customers come in every week. It's been an amazing experience watching the growth go up between the new store and the new products.
Well, I was going to ask you that about the new store. How many stores do you have? Is that you just have the one store, or how many stores?
This is the one company store. We had a previous store that was sort of a licensee that we worked with.
Right.
But now this is the first company-owned store we have. It allows us to have much more control over what we're doing. We can control the look, the products, the pricing. Sometimes you work with people, they want to mark it up too much. We want to sell our product to everybody, and it's been amazing. And in fact, we're about to open up a bud bar in the store where you can come in and buy CBD and Delta 8 flowers, and you can try different versions and see what works best for you.
If they can't get to the store, they can go to your website, actually purchase, and that is rightonbrands.com. Is that correct?
Right On Brands is the parent company, is the public company. The subsidiary is Endo, ENDO brands.com. And can I say something for a second here?
Please do.
You have been a huge supporter of the company, and so have your listeners. And before I even go any further, I want to say something to you guys, and that's a huge thank you for all your support and all your emails supporting us and buying the stock, and just all the goodwill that we've gotten from you people.
Well, thank you, sir. That's very kind of you. I do appreciate that. Let's talk about overseas sales. Where are we at, and what's your thought and process of moving past the COVID-19? Looks like we're on the downtrod of that, and hopefully things are going to start opening up for you guys.
Yeah, it's been amazing. We're based in Texas, and Texas opened up before other states, and we're seeing people going out, mingling, throwing parties. And because of that, they've been coming to our store and buying product. They've been buying it online. You can now order online and pick up in the store if you live in the Dallas area. And in addition to sales within the U.S., we just got our first export order. We have a group that placed a good size order that's taking our product to Mexico, and we think that's going to be a mutually beneficial relationship. You know, Mexico is not as mature of a market here when it comes to CBD and Delta-8, and I think that we've got a lot of room to grow over there, especially if we can be one of the first to market over there.
You know what I find about CBD, which, you know, it's been around forever and a day, but why doesn't somebody take the time to really educate the people and let them know that we have inceptors in our body and what CBD does to the inceptors that really starts, you know, manifesting in your body and starts healing itself?
You know, that's a very, very good question. I think, you know, what happens is there's a lot of information on that, but when people hear that CBD is brought from hemp, people automatically equate it with marijuana and getting high. And I think a lot of people just block out that information. But CBD has a lot of uses. There's a lot of information out there. I think people just need to open their eyes and really read up on it, and they'll see that it works. That our pain creams, our pain roll-ons, we get consistent people coming back and buying, you know, not even just one, but multiple at a time and giving it to their friends or family members.
Well, I'll tell you, I did use your product, and I thank you very much for giving me a sample package, and I put it on my lower back. I have ankylosing spondylitis, and I'll tell you what, it did give me some relief, and I really do appreciate that. So I can, that's my testimonial. I don't know what it's going to do for other people. I can only tell you what it did for me.
Thank you very much. Thank you for all your support.
SEC is back on the trail again. They're talking to a lot of the OTC companies. Say, look, if you guys don't get your filings up to date, you won't be traded after September the 28th. Your thoughts on that?
Totally agree with what the SEC is doing. I get a lot of emails and inquiries every day about our company because we are behind on our filings, and as of the timing of this program, our Q1, which is for the period June 30th, 2020, has been filed. The period 9/30/2020 is being filed before June 21st of this year. I expect the period ended 12/31/2020 to also be filed by July 4th at the latest, and I expect our K to be filed right after that. I don't see any problems with us meeting the SEC deadline. I think we're going to be just fine. So I get a lot of concerned emails from everyone, and I want everyone to know that we're working on it diligently, and we're going to come in plenty of time to spare.
Right On Brands is the company that we're highlighting here today on Stock Day. You can find them on the OTCQB under the ticker symbol RTON. David, I'm going to give you the last word. What is it that you want my listeners and your stockholders to take away from today's interview? Well,
two things. One, we are catching up on our filings. We have the new store. We're talking to exporters to Mexico. Sales are doing great. I feel like the country is done with COVID and things are looking up for everyone. Number two, we're having our biggest sale of the year this year, and I am releasing it to your listeners before I even release it to the website. Between now and Father's Day, if you use the code DAD, that's 40% off the entire purchase over at endobrands.com.
Awesome. I want to thank you for coming back on the show. I'm a big fan of what you guys are doing out there. Hopefully you come back in another 50 or 60 days, and please give us an update of what's going on with Right On Brands, Inc.
I look forward to it. Thank you.
This program is entirely sponsored and produced by La Jolla Media LLC, which is responsible for the content. The opinions and information provided on this program are for educational and research purposes. Stock Day encourages all listeners of this program to do their due diligence and research when determining investment strategies that will work for them, or to seek the assistance of an investment professional.